Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do my wrap up for what I read in the month of May. Sorry, I'm being distracted by my cat. Kitty, kitty. All right, so I read 4 books this month. Well, finished 4 books this month. I read quite a few books, just haven't finished them yet. I was desperately in need of multiple genres. Like I was not loving everything that I had on my TBR. So you're not gonna be able to see her. Come here, Abs. Come here. Come here. I don't think you can see her. Come on. Oh, she's not gonna. You can see her tail. You gonna show the people? Come here. Get up here. Get up here. There she is. There she is. She loves the good scratches. Sorry, you're only seeing the back of her. She doesn't get to come up here very often. Anyway, so I did DNF. There you go. There she is. I DNF'd 2 books. This has been DNF'd twice, so it is official. It is going to my used bookstore. I think I only got to page 66. The first time I only got to the 2nd chapter. Yeah, because I have this. This was for audiobook. And I didn't mind the narrators. Because that's why I was like, well, let's give this another try. Maybe I'll like it as an audiobook. No. I did not like it. It is so boring. I don't know. I'm like, some people absolutely love this book. I found it very annoying. Not annoying, but boring. Okay, kids. The children, as in my fur babies, are playing. So this is the Richmond Osman, the Thursday Murder Club. I just couldn't. I got, I think, to the 6th chapter. Not for me. Which is good to know because in my wish list on Amazon, I have the rest of the books for the series. So now I can go delete, delete, delete. The other one that's a soft DNF at the moment is the Riverdale The Day Before. I only got to, let's see, chapter 2. But there's more than that because there's like a prologue and then chapter 1. It's boring. OMG. So basically it's like writing in diaries, writing in texts, writing emails about what's going on in each character's life during the summer. Like they're all spread out and it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't think that Archie and the gang could ever be so boring. But maybe it's just I'm not in the mood for it. I don't know. I thought this was going to be fun to read, but... And I guess this is all like one day, but it really isn't because... I don't know. I don't know. It says, in the early morning hours of the 4th of July, a gunshot rings out. See, none of that has happened yet. I'm like, what is that? In the last couple of chapters? Because this is a prequel? I don't know. I'm not getting rid of it. I might still give it a try at another time, but right now I was just like, as I'm reading, I'm going, why are they even like, this is not even something I even care about reading. Like, didn't give a crap about what was going on in Betty's life. Just talking about her intern job and like a boy she met, but she misses Archie. And then we had Jughead, which he's just feeling sorry for himself because he's back home and doing the same thing that he always does. So yeah, I'm not giving up on it because I do have the other book. I didn't buy the others, so that's a good thing, I guess. But I bought these 2 at the same time. So I will see if I can get through that and if the next book is worth reading as well. All right, now let's go on to my successes. I listened to, and that was, I think, a young adult. Yeah, young adult. I just lost my spot. I need to put that back in. Good thing I'm not too far in. It's just the second chapter. All right. So I listened to The Secret Garden basically the first 3 days of the month, and I enjoyed it a lot. It really does stick to the movies. The one that I remember seeing in, I think it was the 3rd grade that they played at for our class, was the made for movie one in the late 80s, and you can't get that one anywhere. But I've seen the one they did in the, I think it's the late 90s, over and over again. So yeah, it's basically, if you saw the movie, you read the book, because it's the same. There's just itty bitty bits here and there that are in here that they didn't put into the movie because it was conversations, or just little things here and there. But it's basically, they did the book good. For once, movie and book are the same. I love this copy. Love it. We'll end up putting her somewhere up there. Do that for now. The next audiobook I did was it for audio, or what was this for? Oh, this was from a Book of the Month Club. I did A Flicker in the Dark. See, I stuck to my TBR, but I also have like 5 other books I started during all this that I was needing, because these weren't giving me what I needed. You know what I mean? Like, being a mood reader, sometimes TBRs are a hindrance. Anyways, I not only enjoyed the book, I enjoyed the narration of the audiobook. This was a really good thriller, and I thought I knew who it was. Well, I had 2 suspects, like within the first 3 chapters. And then I started questioning myself a lot, like, maybe I'm so wrong, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I love when I think I know, but I don't know, That was funny. Think I know, I don't know, Find more vocabulary. Anyways, this was a fun ride. It was really fun. And I can't say too much, but she says her father was known as being a serial killer. And it just destroyed their lives when he was found. Like, he was kidnapping and raping and murdering these murdering the teenage girls, but young girls, like 15, all one summer. And when he got caught, and it destroys the family, because everybody's like, oh my God, your father was a serial killer. It's your fault that my daughter's dead. Like, that kind of thing was happening as they were growing up. So, she became a psychiatrist, and then more girls, like, this is years later. I don't know if it was, 20 years later. And then, one of her patients ends up, one of the girls, and like girls that she knows or knew of, started going missing and showing up dead, and she goes and tries to figure out who it is that's doing it. And now she's like, my dad either had a accomplice, or there's a copycat, and blah blah blah. It was a good, very good murder mystery thriller. It was really good. At the end, I did figure it out, like the last 3 chapters. I was like, yep. But I kept questioning myself throughout the whole thing. It was good. If you like murder mysteries, thrillers, give this one a shot. I had a good time. And if you like listening to audiobooks, that one's a good one. I like the narrator on that. That will be going to my, I'm not going to keep it because I'll never reread it, but I will be giving that to my bookstore, used bookstore. Wow, my brain just went, what? All right, so I finally got this is not part of the next two are not part of my TBR. I only had 4. I did tell you I was probably going to read this book and the next one, and I did. So I finished Reckless. The first, I would say 10 chapters bored me. I'm like, this is not what I want. And I'm like, is this going to be one of those, the second book, what is it called? Like, the second book just feels like a filler or whatever. No, it wasn't. It got really good after I got past the 10th chapter, and from then on I couldn't put it down. I loved it, and I gave it 4 stars. I was so sorry. Gave this 4 stars. I gave all of my books this month that I finished 4 stars. I forgot to bring up my journal, so sorry guys. So yeah, I really loved it. The ending had me going, what? What? Holy crap! And of course, Libby still hasn't given me the last book. I need Fearless. It says I have 10 weeks. I do have the physical copy. The problem is the font is too small for me, so I have to wait for Libby. Now, my final book was a buddy read. It was supposed to be a buddy read with 2 friends, but I don't think one of them started it. I had 2 buddy reads this month. I haven't finished the other one. I'm still reading Phantasma. I was enjoying these 2 books, Reckless and Divine Rivals. So I was like, I'll do the rest of Phantasma after. And then I end up starting Ruthless Vows right after I finished Divine Rivals. Oh, I'm talking about before I give it to you. So I buddy read Divine Rivals from Rebecca Ross. This is about 2 writers at a newspaper who are competing against each other to get the column. End up going out to be war correspondents. There's the letters going back and forth where they don't know that they're sending it to each other and all that stuff. Like, they don't realize, because there's a magic thing going on, that the letters that are being sent back and forth are, you know, the 2. And then of course there's going to be a love romance thingy in here. And I love the spray edges on this. They're letters. I think I showed this to you last time, but this book is gorgeous and I can't help but show it off again. This was from Fairy Loot, so this is without the spine. And there's the end pages. I think it's the same on this end. Yeah, it's the same, but just different side. Beautiful, beautiful book. Absolutely loved it. It's funny, I started this in January of last year and I was supposed to buddy read it with a different friend, and her life got really busy, so I ended up just putting it down thinking that, well, we'll pick it up. And then I just decided I need to read this. I need to read this now before I start seeing, like, I'm really good at avoiding spoilers. Like, if I see someone pull up a book that I haven't read yet that I want to read, I will scroll right through it and get to whatever they're going to talk about next. So, yeah. It says, no God, no war, no one can come between them. And the back says, 2 rivals, 2 stories, 2 hearts, 1 fate. So there's like gods that you're either fighting for that god or this god and all of that. It's a really good story. And there were some intense moments because, you know, they're war correspondents and all that. Oh, man. It was a good book. I loved it. So I had to immediately start the sequel. It's a duology, so if you don't like doing long series, this is a good one to pick up because there's only 2. And this is put in the genre as a romantasy. I wouldn't say it's fantasy so much. There's a little bit of magic, but mostly it's a romance and during a war. And yes, there's a little bit of magic here and there, and they're fighting for gods, but it's not really that much of a fantasy book in the way I feel about fantasy. So if that's stopping you from picking it up, that you think it's a fantasy book, it's not. So those were all the books I read. I really wanted to finish so many more, but I've got a lot going on right now. I'm trying to declutter my whole house. And I went to a play one weekend. We went to Disney another, like there was things going on constantly. And after work, sometimes I just can't read. I'm too tired. But yeah, I'm really loving listening to audiobooks right now. So that might be the thing. You noticed probably that there was no TBR jar this month. June is my birthday month, and I would like to just be as free as possible to pick whatever book I'm in the mood for. I already got like 3 or 4 that I need to finish reading, and then I have like 3 on my list that I want to read if I can. And like I have to finish 2 buddy reads and all that. So when I come back next month, let's hope it's more than 4. And I have nothing but 4 and 5 stars and no DNFs. So sorry for no TBR jar video for June, but there will be one in July. Though that is going to be a busy month too, so I don't know how much I'll get read. But anyways, that is all. I hope you're having a great reading month and that you're going to have a great summer. And like I always ask, what was your favorite book you read in May? And if you didn't finish a book, did you have a favorite that you're in the middle of? I love getting all of your book recs because in that way I can add them to my list. So other than that, that's it. I'm rambling. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.